welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. A little bit of a different setup here at the beginning of this one, as we got everything set up. Camera cord is broken. We had to wait until Dwayne gets here with a new camera cord. So we're going to go audio only, but you will still have the scoreboard there for you. But in about 5 to 10 minutes, he'll be able to get back. We'll have the rest of the video for you for the JV matchup, as they're running the intros right now for both teams. The Kewanee Boilermakers here visiting the Bombers. Bomber girls had a split decision against South Fulton. Varsity won by a massive margin, is easy to say. And then the JV, South Fulton able to pull it out there, win by 2.
Yep, they were. And I think the world just wants us to start the JV games late on TSSR Game Time Live today. So we're not letting it happen this time, in a sense. You're getting half of what you usually get here on TSSR Game Time Live. Jump is about ready to take place, and Kewanee wins the jump.
Kewanee will get started out there in the black. Don't know why I said that, but they get a rebound off a missed shot underneath the basket. They're going to put it up for 2 misses. Another rebound as both teams just flying around trying to get something, and it rolls out of bounds. We'll get your starting lineups here for the Bombers. Starting out, Kyler Norton out there with Hayden Katz, alongside number 21 against Caden Nupp. And then over to the corner, they're running looks like a little bit of a help zone man look. Very off, really holding in that lane. Finally out there, number 24. We don't have a 24 on our schedule. That's great. 2 points for the Boilermakers as they're the first persons. See, now, just because the video's not here, now I'm all flustered, and it's going to be heck for everybody.
Right. And I had a guy asking me what you teach and where you teach earlier. So
public speaking, I'm a TA at Western. 3 for, Macomb can't get it. It'll be a one-on-one shot. It'll be a travel before he can pass it out. Boilermakers timeout. Turnover. And Macomb with the ball.
Number 25's feet just didn't catch up with the rest of him.
That is Chris Crow for the Boilermakers. Running a little bit of a press. Macomb able to beat it, gets it across. As they'll hand to the right side, rolling up, right back top of the key. And the shot goes through. Dwayne almost here, so we've got the camera set up for you in about a minute or so. Still 2-2 with 6:37 left to go in the first quarter of the matchup. Sets up, Davon Robinson with the ball. He's going to roll it in, puts it up himself, can't get it. He hits his own rebound. Second chance opportunity, still too far to the right. Both teams fighting for it on the rebound, and it'll be jump ball.
Thus far, the Boilermakers really crashing the boards, winning that rebound battle against the Bombers.
Still staying pressure. Every person out on that far side, the press playing real high up. Kind of looks like you're taking it underneath the basket. Gets it across half court as Macomb Bombers. It's going to be tipped, stolen away by the Boilermakers. Boilermakers and Bombers. That's not going to trip me up. Never, ever. 3-shot opportunity misses from the Boilermakers. Rebounded that time by Norton. As they're going to push the pace up, it's going to be tipped, stolen away by number 24. If anybody out there knows who number 24 for the Bombers is, we can drop that in the chat. He's not on our roster. If not, we'll run down and ask the official scorekeeper. There you go. That's the word. Scorekeeper for it. 3 ball from the corner, misses for the Bombers, and it'll be Boilermaker ball after the rebound. 5:44 left to go. Still tied at 2. Wide open 3 is missed. Man, he had a great look. That is Robinson again as it'll go out of bounds. Stays with the Boilermakers. Kind of using the old Purdue logo, a little bit discolored.
Yeah.
Same way as the Canton Little Giants, and it might be me, but Purdue needs to go back to using that logo. That is just a great logo.
Right, it is. It's that old school. It gives that old school feel, and
that big.
It brings back those early childhood memories.
Spins. He's going to put up for two. That's Robinson again. Air ball, as it looks like he got a hand on it. But in any case, it'll be rebounded by Norton. Said his name multiple times already so far. Kind of the lead player for the Bombers right now. Not a lot of scoring going on as they get it down to him, but it's stolen away that time by Robinson. Robinson gets it across half court. 5 minutes to go. 2-2 your score. On the ground, looking for it. It's going to be a jump ball, and that should go towards the Boilermakers. Man, now I'm really starting to mess up. I almost said Purdue. Inside, outside, can't find a pass. Finally gets it out to the cross. Got to about the count of 4. Offense slowing down as they hand it inside to Adel Arjan. Robinson stick stolen away on the fast break. Number 24, pump fake, puts it up, misses just a little bit too much off the glass, gets his own rebound. He's fighting away 4 Boilermakers, and finally a foul. That's the first foul here in the quarter. We'll see who it's charged to. It'll be charged to number 2, Isaiah Ince, his first, team first. 2-2, still your score. As Macomb will take it out underneath the basket. High pass up top, and they'll get it all the way started out fresh. Simmons with the ball. Hands it over, takes the shot. 2 falls. Hayden Katz breaks the tie. Bombers take the lead. And once again, if you're just joining us, we do not currently have a working camera cable, but it'll be here in about a few minutes. So we're going a little bit of old school audio for you. 4-2 your score, 4:02 left to go. Trying to drive inside, open lane, puts it up, and he's going to get hacked as he goes. 2 shots upcoming for number 4. That's Adel Arjan. We'll see who they charge the foul to. It'll be charged to number 21, Caden Knupp, his first, team first. His first shot will fall. Arjan gets on the board. Into the game for Macomb, that's number 1, Marshawn Brown. As he'll replace Alexander Simmons. Second shot coming up for the Boilermakers. This one to tie it. And he gets both. Tied at 4, still keeping with the press. Brown with the ball, he gets it across. Passes it down to Norton, but it's going to be stolen away before he can. So Boilermakers on the offensive drive, 3:42 left to go. And it's tipped and stolen away by Brown, but it's stolen right back away from him by Arjan. 3 ball misses for Kewanee. It's going to be stolen away. Arjan underneath. Second chance opportunity falls for number 23, Liam Slover.
Defense is really dominating this game so far. Both teams having really great defense, causing turnovers, and then capitalizing and scoring. Is it little more in the favor for Kewanee right now, but Macomb just needs to keep on doing what they're doing, and we're going to be in for a wild game here this whole entire game.
Another big steal, another big shot opportunity. Misses the 3 ball, rebounded by Brown. Brown has a wolf behind him. It's stolen away. It's on the ground, kicked around a few times as it ping-pongs between both teams. Finally, it's blocked. Big block underneath for Kyler Norton. And defense is what we're talking about. 6-4, 3:03 left to go after multiple steals and a block and a turnover out into the corner as Macomb kind of zigged when they should have zagged, and it'll be Boilermaker ball.
And that's the first time that it was an uncontested turnover this game so far, which, I mean, that happens.
6-4 your score. Macomb trying to get the ball back. Playing very tight defense now. Already seeing changes in their defensive strategy. Beginning, they were letting them shoot. Now they're much tighter, looking for steals. And there's a steal right there by Norton, but he's trapped in the corner. There'll be a push. So we'll see who they charge it on. This will be the 3rd team foul for Kewanee. That'll be charged to number 10, Jesus Martinez, his second, team third, as he'll take a break. Timeout taken. So we'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
McDonough District Hospital provided such quality health care for us as we delivered our first child. It was a no-brainer for us to come back for the delivery of our second, and we're very excited to have such a great staff that will be here for us. We could have walked in with the clothes on our back and they would have had everything that we need, which I think is very important for the community.
The facilities are fantastic, state of the art, just put us at ease knowing that anything that she needed we were going to be able to get, and we couldn't ask for anything more.
It's hard to stop a train.
As we get out of the timeout, Nick Elby, that is number 24, had to switch jerseys real quick. So we now know all of the Bombers, hopefully. Crossing our fingers. Shot is up for Macomb. It'll go over the basket, and it'll be out. As we just got our life support care package coming in, I'll get set up. Brandon, if you want to set up the rest of the camera, and we'll have a little bit of lights for the folks. Shot for three, misses. They'll run down Macomb with the ball. Looking inside, can't decide to go in there. They decide to pull it back out. On a post up, mid block, they puts it up, misses for two. Norton will get the rebound. Norton fight behind, picks it over and across to Katz. Three attempt for Caden, can't get it. Rebounded that time by number 25, Chris Crow. Boilermakers with the ball. They're going to take a long three, misses. Rebounded by Macomb in the corner. Hold on. Foul on the shot. You know, it might help if we plug the camera in. Hey, let there be light. First shot will fall for the Bombers. I'd like to thank you all for still watching throughout all of that. I know our voices aren't the actual best thing to listen to with a black screen. As the second shot opportunity. That one falls. Two fall for Kyler Norton. He gets his first points of the day. That ties the game back up at 6. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Rolling inside left. Puts it up and a roll rattling in. So Crow gets the shot as the Boilermakers take the lead before the end of the quarter. Brown trying to get it back out. Set up at the top of the key, rolling right. Here, 30 seconds to go. He's looking in, out, up, down, trying to find a lane. He goes and puts it up for two on the fade. Misses. 14 seconds left to go here for the Boilermakers. They're going to try and go baseline. 8 seconds left. Roll back up top. Top of the key. 5 seconds to go. Trying to stutter zap. He's going to take the long three. Misses. 1 second to go. Brown with it. He'll hold on to it. That'll be the end of the first quarter. 8-6 your score as Kewanee leads. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
The KitchenAid fan-enabled Pro Dry system combines a heating element and fan for optimal drying performance. It circulates hot air around dishes to give them a thorough dry. Choose the extended Pro Dry option to add an extra 15 minutes of heated drying for loads that need it. Dishes come out dry and sparkling, ready for more enjoying.
It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. As we get set for the second quarter here, hopefully, I'm not saying anything definitively, but hopefully in audio and video.
Right. Actually, we didn't get to show a whole lot there at the beginning because of our camera issues, and it was actually a really fun first quarter for a JV game.
Especially showing the defense between these two teams, really taking it to each other down low on the blocks. Now we'll get to see whether we change it up, go with the same offensive strategy, what these two teams will do. As it's going to be tipped and picked right back up at a long shot, but it's going to be hit in the head. Looks like he might have got his nose there. That'll be charged to number 24. That's Nick Elby, his first, team first of the quarter. 2 shots for Davon Robinson coming up. Set for his first shot. That will rattle through. This game brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers in the MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to all student area athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. So 9-6 your score after the free throws on the ground. Brown trying to pull it back up. Comb looking, pretty much trying to find anything inside, but it's not really happening.
No, it's not. And I mean, they're working to get in that post, but Kewanee's defense is just too much down low.
Gets another turnover on the play. So Boilermakers with the ball. Bombers in white, Boilermakers in black. I was sitting here for a good long while wondering where Kewanee was and why they weren't warming up, why the varsity was out there with JV, till I realized Kewanee has the same colors as Macomb, and I'm an idiot. Out of bounds, it will go back to Kewanee as they'll take it out underneath the basket. Here with 6:42 left to go, 9-6 your score, Boilermakers leading the Bombers. So the battle of planes and trains, where's the automobiles? On the corner, looks like they're going 4 high. Trying to dribble inside. Norton's getting his hands in there. It's tipped, almost thrown away, but it is 2 up, misses. And a jump ball. It'll stay with the Boilermakers. Back into the game for the Bombers. Number 12 is Alexander Simmons. So he'll switch out with Marshawn Delaney. Underneath the basket, it's going to be tipped and thrown away. Simmons looking around. Gets it out towards Nupp. 6:05 left to go. On the corner, back up top. Going to try and use the screen, but they switch around. Hawks that one perfectly. Wide open lane. He puts it up, and you know what? We'll call it.
Yeah.
It was just a little finger touch, but good enough. Especially with the flashy shoes. The light, normally, I like the shoes to kind of match, but the light pink is kind of cool. Shot inside, can't get it to go for the Bombers. And it will stay with Kewanee. 11-6 your score. Seen a little bit more offensive motion here, especially for Kewanee.
Yeah.
Using a different set. Now they're going with the 4-up type offense, and so far it's kind of working for him.
It is.
Looking for the screen, decides to not take it, goes the other way. He steps up, misses. It'll be rebounded by Norton. As Norton just defensively is all over, especially the boards. Has a screen. Looking inside on a post-up. Decides to roll. They're going to switch everything, it looks like. Puts it up for two. Norton has another good look. He's had multiple good looks. It just hasn't been able to fall.
Right. Nice cut. And I don't know why that shot didn't fall in. It just didn't fall in. But nice play.
Maybe
nice
just
cut.
A little bit too soft off the glass. As that's going to be blocked out of the way by who else? Norton. And it'll be underneath the basket for Kewanee. So this game brought to you by Ron Ilby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. And with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Ilby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris. Or visit www.ronilby.com to check out their inventory. Macomb sets up offensively. They're going to go inside to Norton. It's going to be tipped, and excuse me, I got my numbers mixed up. That's Ilby. Caden swings it around all the way down, right back to him. Caden down low. He's got 3 men on him. It's going to be stolen away. Looking for the charge. And that time they're looking for the charge, and they get it on the second opportunity as Simmons gets set. Places his feet, his feet, and lets him bowl right through. Into the game, number 1, that's Josh DeWante. Still sticking with the press. One-on-one, they get it across. That's Katz with the ball. Hits it over to Simmons' left side. 3:47 left in this first half. As this game's been going fast.
It has.
I just realized that we're halfway through the second quarter. Big dunk.
Now we'll give that one to him for sure. The last one was a little iffy. We gave it to him. That one we're going to give to him.
Davon Robinson with the one-hand jam. As it's going to be tipped. Looking to get across. He does get past. Has a man left side if he wants to take it. He does. On the fadeaway, Katz misses. Rebounded by Josh. DeWante with the ball. 3:08 to go. 13-6 your score. The sides of the uniforms are really nice for Kewanee. Those little like boxes all the way down. Yeah. It reminds me of those Nike Elite socks. They always had the Nike socks with that type of design on the back of them.
Yeah.
Multiple substitutions coming in for Kewanee. That one will be charged to Nick Ilby, his team second of the second quarter. 13-6. DeWante with it. He's trying to get baseline. Can't find anything. Decides to kick it out. It's going to be a travel before the ball is lost. And he's not looking. He has to watch out. He's making a little bit of hand motions to the referee.
Right. Yeah, I was wanting to see which one they would go with, actually. One was saying out of bounds, the other was saying travel. And
just bowled all the way through, and the foul. Ilby with the shot. That was awesome. Just goes through. You had the same player who made a little motion over there on the left hash, gets to the right side, trying to go for a block, can't get it. Ilby bowls through him, and the two players can't get the three-point play, but still gets 2 for the team. And that ends a big scoring lull for the Bombers. That's blocked down that time by Norton, his second or third block already today.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, Norton, he's all over the place offensively and defensively, but mostly defensively. I mean, right there.
That one stolen away by Ilby. I'm telling you, it's the 42 and the 24.
Right. Yep. It's tripping me up too.
2:22 left to go in this first half. 3, and that one will go over the back. Oh, that touched the top. That touched the top, and everybody's pointing at the top except for the referees.
Right. That's not out of bounds unless it goes over and hits the metal or hits the wire. You can play it off the top of the backboard. A lot of people don't know that, and I'm not sure why, because I know as long as I've been following basketball, it has not been out of bounds, and that's been upwards 30 years. But a lot of people think that it is.
I don't know for sure whether maybe that's just like a NBA rule that they think
now,
it has kind of come down.
Right. I do believe in the NBA it is. I don't know. I haven't watched the NBA in 20 years.
1:41 left to go in this second quarter. Trying to find anything inside. They're still pulling through. But that's going to be a travel. And he's confused again. Martinez not happy with the very strict, it seems, ruling. Because even down when I think they have a tie-up, they'll call that travel.
Yeah.
They'll stick with the press. Still, you know, when we're talking about it, now that you folks can see it, that press break, normally you want to spread out, get 1 or 2 posts down.
Yeah.
Now they're keeping everybody bunched up. So a little bit of different press break than you're used to seeing. Puts it over to the side, can't get it. Rebound taken right out of his way. Kewanee coach not liking that call either. However, can't call really an over back on that if you don't have your body on him. There's nothing to go over and back.
Right. Nope. It looked pretty clean from up here.
They're going to take a second shot attempt. Can't get it. And rebounded by Jesus. Step looking underneath. Spins around. It's Davon again. He'll take the shot looking for the foul. Can't get the foul, but he'll make that shot. Man, he is an athlete, I'll tell you that. That'll be a push to the side. Charge to Josh, his first, team third of the quarter. 15-8 your score. On the give and go, top tipped. Stavon with it, has Josh to the side. He'll take it up himself. That's his 7th. And a timeout taken by Macomb, needed as well. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you. And we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
The KitchenAid fan-enabled Pro Dry system combines a heating element and fan for optimal drying performance. It circulates hot air around dishes to give them a thorough dry. Choose the extended Pro Dry option to add an extra 15 minutes of heated drying for loads that need it. Dishes come out dry and sparkling, ready for more enjoying.
It's hard to stop a train.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 37 seconds left in the first half, 17-8. As the Bombers trying to stop this run. They did get 1 point here in this second quarter, but just the Kewanee defense is really holding them from anything.
They have, and Macomb's defense is doing really well as well, but that's what it is. It's the battle of the defenses is what's going on right now.
And making points off those turnovers. A lot of the turnovers that the Kewanee makes, they're able to turn right around and make fast break points. Down low, puts it up for 2. In. Delaney for 2. It's just electric every time he gets that ball. 3, that'll be no good. So that'll be the end of the first half, 17-10. We'll step outside for a little while, let you guys talk with Dwayne Hulett as he got a chance to talk down with some of our friends at MDH if my mouse would work. We'll keep it here until I figure out why this is an issue. So far, Brandon, what have we seen?
We've seen defense. Both teams' defense very good. As I said, it's the battle of the defenses. Kewanee's defense is what's holding up thus far. 7-point lead for the Boilermakers over the Bombers right now. That first quarter, man, it was really fun, and you didn't get to see all of it. we got to call it, but you guys didn't get to see it, sadly. But turnover after turnover forced by each team. It was a very entertaining first quarter. Very entertaining game so far. I'm sure Macomb's coaching staff is going to keep on encouraging and the defense that they've been doing. And they just need to get the ball inside. They have made, 2 points in the paint right now. They got to score more in the paint.
So now that I've got the mouse to work, again, what else can go wrong today? We shall see as we continue our coverage of Macomb sports later.
All right, welcome back. I'm here with and welcome back to Halftime with Milton Griffin, Director of Radiology here at MDH. And Milton, sharp dress, the sharpest dressed interview I think I might have ever done in my life, let alone here at MDH.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Obviously, since you take pride in how you look, you take pride in your department, I would imagine, too, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I appreciate McDonough District Hospital affording me the opportunity to be part of a wonderful organization and a spectacular healthcare team.
Now, when people hear radiology, I think they think x-rays. At least that's what I think. But there's more to it than that, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's predominantly radiology, but we also have MRI, DEXA, and ultrasound. And those areas do not incorporate x-ray. So, but it's incorporated in the radiology department.
So there's obviously a lot that goes on in your department. So there's a lot of areas you have to have some level of expertise, I would imagine, to be able to be the director. What is it, a hospital the size of MDH offering a wide range of available options in the radiology department? What's that say about MDH?
Right. So number one, we have the some of the most advanced level equipment. Number two, we offer a comprehensive array of radiology services, and that speaks volume for a rural healthcare organization, because usually a rural healthcare organization, they offer some services, but it's not comprehensive. But at MDH, we have the ability to offer comprehensive services, as well as the equipment that we have is top of the line.
Now, obviously, radiology is an important part of medicine, but what is it about radiology that drew you to that department?
So when I was in high school, I was in charge of a science project, and one of the books that I was given had a snapshot of a chest x-ray in the upper right corner. And I spoke to my guidance counselor, and she informed me that that's a chest x-ray, and that's done by radiology technology. And that kind of led me down the path of becoming a radiology technologist.
Radiology's changed a lot. I don't know how long you've been in the business, but when my mom was in teens, in early 60s, they did x-rays for things that they would never do x-rays for now.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure you've seen a lot of change through the years too, right?
Absolutely.
What has been the biggest change that you've seen?
So I've been in radiology for 47 years, and the biggest change that I've seen is leaving the old technology, which was chemistry, film, and very heavy cassettes, and more or less an image taken from the time that the doctor ordered the image, and if he wanted to see it on an on an acute basis, it was probably maybe 15 minutes. Now, an acute image can be done, and the doctor can be at the bedside viewing the image in 10 seconds.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
It's crazy. So we've talked to a lot of people in our time here about they're from Macomb, and you're not from Macomb. You told me you're from Chicago. What drew you to Macomb?
So I was interviewing for director's positions, and the organization that brought me here it's B.E. Smith, and B.E. Smith is one of the largest healthcare recruiters in the United States. And the and the recruiter told me, I have a wonderful opportunity, and it's very close to where you are. I said, really? It's close to? Well, I never saw it on Indeed. And she said, no, it's real close to where you are. And then she kind of chuckled, and then she said, well, it's actually in Macomb. So when we finished talking, I Googled the hospital. I saw that it really wasn't very close to Chicago. But I decided to allow everything to take its course. And my first phone interview was with the Vice President of Human Resources and the CEO. And I was very impressed by being interviewed by the CEO on a phone screening call. And that kind of, when they said, well, we like what we heard and we want you to come for an on-site visit, and the rest is history.
Well, before I let you go, we're about done. We're getting ready for the second half here. But I heard through a grapevine that you had a baseball Hall of Fame story?
I do.
Hall of Fame story?
Yes.
What is that all about?
So Sammy Sosa played for the Chicago Cubs, and at that time I was the assistant director for radiology at the University of Chicago. And Sammy Sosa had an episode where it was discovered that his bats were corked, and he had donated these some of his bats to the Hall of Fame. And the Hall of Fame had a exhibit at the museum in Chicago. And the Hall of Fame wanted to make sure that the bats that they had did not have cork. So they called us and they said, "Can we bring the bats over so that you can take an X-ray of the bats to verify if they're corked or not?" So Dr. Barron, who was the chair of the department, contacted me and said, "This is what we're going to do." So at 6:30 a.m., this contingent of very high-level folks entered the medical center. They found us in radiology. We took an X-ray of the bats. The bats did not have cork. Dr. Barron said, "Why don't we take one step beyond?" And we took CT scans of the bats. And no cork was identified.
Might as well done MRIs and everything while you're at it, right?
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for coming and talking to us. And
thank you.
Hopefully you don't have to radiology, any kind of radiology on any more bats.
Absolutely.
We'll be back with the second half right after this.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 17-10, your score here at the end of the half. Third quarter just about to start out. Looking at some scores for the Boilermakers. Davon Robinson leads with 7, followed by 4 for Chris Crow. Those two have dunks in this game. And then 2 for Adil Arjan, 2 for Jesus Martinez, and 2 for Liam Slover. For the Bombers, Nick Elby with 4, 2 for Marshawn Delaney, and 2 for Caden Hatz. And then 2 for Kyler Norton. I was looking there going, wait a second, that's only 8. 7:50 left to go, trying to get past the press, and it'll go back towards the Bombers, or at least we'll stay with the Bombers. Cats out there with Simmons alongside Norton, Caden, and Nick Elby. A lot of movement left side trying to get around Davon. They get it back up top. Macomb looking for the screen. Nick goes low into the corner. A lot more off-ball movement so far for the Bombers. Corner 3.
Wide open.
Oh, and he hits it, a sports corner 3 for Nick Elby. And that'll cut into the lead. Now 17-13, 7 minutes to go. Arjan. Gives it to Crow at the top of the key. He's going to look right. Picks up his dribble. Is going to be tipped around on the ground. Multiple people have it. It'll be Bomber ball. Stolen away, but trying to get past there in a foul. Jesus gets his 3rd. So already starting to look at some foul trouble. 6:30 left to go. 17-13 your score. Macomb with the ball out about the left top side of the key, rolling back around to the right. I'm just trying to decide what to do with it. Oh, block off the glass. As it'll now be back to Boilermaker ball.
They're going into halftime. I was talking about how Macomb needs to score in the paint. Right there was an opportunity, but right there was a big Boilermaker right there to play some defense and put a stop to the easy money basket.
Inside, he'll put it up on a little bit of a floater. Gets his own rebound. It's going to be blocked out. He was looking a little probably for a foul. Down low, Arjan gets past the defenders and puts it in for 2. It's his 4th. They'll keep the press on now, 19-13. Norton with it. Hands it over towards Elby on the corner. Trying to find anybody to help, and it'll be a 5-second violation. Boilermaker was with the turnover. And that defense we were talking about, when you see that your buddy is locked in and he's trying to do anything, go grab the ball from him. Do anything.
You got to move. You got to move, and you got to let him know, hey, I'm right here. I'm open.
2 in. Shot goes in for Slover, his 4th. As Boilermakers, 4 points for each starter so far. Norton with it. So he'll swing right side. 4:32 left to go. He's going to look for the screen. Pass right. A little bit of a late dump, but it still works. And a foul. As it's Chris Crow will get in the way. His 1st, team 2nd. Oh, I missed some fouls somewhere. I thought it was his 1st. It's his 3rd.
It happens.
Into the game, number 13, Damian Taylor. All the way down. Hands it off to Arjan. 3. That looks good. Just a little bit short. It'll be rebounded by Macomb. 21-13. Inside, puts it in, can't get it. Tries to get his own rebound. It'll be last touched by him, and it'll go back towards Kewanee. Into the game, number 1, Marshawn Brown. Kewanee with the ball, just under 4 minutes left in this third quarter. Shot falls. There for Robinson. (23-13). Gets towards the middle. They're looking for a, gonna go for a 3, can't get it. Be tipped and last touched by, they'll say Kewanee. Referee didn't make quite any motion right there. 3:21 left to go. Underneath, between 2 legs, and it gets picked up by Brown. Brown will roll it up, can't get it, gets his rebound. Trying to go under low, it'll be LB for 2. Kewanee right through the defense, can't get the shot, rebounded and stolen away by, that is Katz. On the ground, ball tipped and it touches the back of the backboard. It'll go towards the Boilermakers. And a timeout taken, so we'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Slide it back to make room for whatever you're storing. Or pull it forward and use it as an additional full-depth shelf. Make room for ingredients of all sizes.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best. 3 convenient locations serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Also brought to you by Arnold's Brothers Heating and Cooling. Since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. And finally brought to you by Sports Corner 124. Macomb's original local sports bar is the Sports Corner 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at North 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Boilermakers with the ball. That'll be fouled. 2 shots upcoming. That'll most likely be charged to number 21, Caden up. Yep. So that'll be his second, team first. Davon gets 2 shots. First one rattles out. 1 for 3 today. Also brought to you by King Family Chiropractic. With locations in Bushnell and Macomb, they support local athletics. They offer office hours in Macomb Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Bushnell Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. To set an appointment, call 309-837-MY-DC. That's 6932. They also perform DOT/CDL physicals for just $85. Shot goes in, but shot does not count. A little interference into the lane, and it'll be right back to trying to break the press for the Bombers. 2:38 left to go here in the third quarter. Back out to the top of the key, 23-15 your score. So still not even that large of a lead for the Boilermakers. Macomb just needs to lock in and make their shots. Looking for the screen. Sets 2, misses. And a reach in by Norton on the far side. It'll be 2. Excuse me, their team second. Two minutes to go. Boilermakers, they'll set up for a 3. can't get that one. It'll be rebounded by Brown. Swinging towards the right. Right back down low. Puts it up, and he's going to be blocked from behind. That's Davon on the block. Norton fights it, gets the steal, picks it up, can't get the shot. He's going to try and come down with it, and they call the foul. Let's see who they charge it on. That'll be charged to number 4, Arjan, his first, team third. And back in the game, Jesus Del Toro as well as Carter Ensley for the Boilermakers. 1:37 to go. Underneath, Elby puts it up, and the foul, can't get the shot to fall. So 2 shots upcoming for Nick Elby. That'll be the 4th team foul. That'll be charged right back to Arjan, his 2nd, team 4th. So 2 shots coming. First one misses. This game's brought to you by Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there's limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential and become a Leatherneck to get an education that stands out. And a foul this way. It's 2 shots upcoming. They'll charge it to Delaney, his first, team 3rd. And 2 shots coming for Davon Robinson. Technically 1 for 4, 1 fell, but it was interference.
Right.
They can't get that one to fall either. Second shot coming. That one falls for him. (24-15). Ball stolen away, down low, puts it up. That one falls. Norton for 2. He's got 4. A very back and forth game so far this half. A 3 attempted. That one falls. Sports corner 3 for Liam Slover. He's attempted a few threes, but finally gets one to fall. On the reverse layup. Couldn't get it. It'll be off of Norton. Boilermaker ball, 27-17. That was a nice move.
A very nice move by LB. And he thought he had it, and it just didn't go in. Just a little too hard off the glass. But, you know, you always want to encourage players to use the glass. Don't give up. Don't let that get you down.
A little bit of a flip to save it. On the fast break, Brown 2-on-1, and he's going to try and fight through, but it'll be a travel. I think he might have thought he was getting the blocking foul on the second step, but will not come, and that'll be Boilermaker ball here. Up 10 with 37 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll have the varsity matchup right after this one here on TSSR Game Time Live. On the stutter step. Trying to pass it back out. 25 seconds left now. Sitting at the top of the key, rolling down to the quarter. Left side down low, rolls low, puts it up, rolls out. It's going to be tipped out, but able to be recalled by the Boilermakers, and Arjan puts it up for 2. 1 second left, and they'll just end it there. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter, 29-17 your score. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to the 4th quarter of action here. 29-17 your score as the Bombers trying to come back in this one, down 12. Every time I say down something, I always have to triple check my math. I don't know what it is about me.
Right, and I think this is the biggest deficit of the game, isn't
Indeed,
it?
indeed.
And it came late in the third quarter.
Brown with it at the top of the key. He's out there, looks like, with Nick Elby, and that is, oh gosh, 24 and 42. Once again, tripping me up. It's Elby and Norton. Brown puts it up for 2 on the floater. That one falls for him. Also out with Katz and Delaney. Gets some points at the beginning of this quarter. Inside, it's going to be Crow. He's going to try and back out. Puts it up. He's going to get a hand on the ball. A little bit of miscommunication on what happened right after, and then Martinez grabs it and puts it back in for 2. I don't think the Bombers quite were expecting to get a block on that.
No, they weren't.
Wide open lane. He's going to take the 3. Falls! Sports corner 3 for Hayden Katz. And then a timeout taken right after. We'll keep it here, 30 seconds. This game brought to you by Midwest Ice. Do you need ice for your upcoming event? Look no further. Midwest Ice has got you covered. Midwest Ice is Central Illinois' newest ice delivery service. We deliver ice directly to your event. Call Blaine Wrench at 309-351-8192 for a quote today. Also brought to you by Pond Plus. Pond Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years. Providing cash for most items of value. Pond Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repairs and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games. Located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb, between Ierico and Taco Bell. 6:50 left to go here in the JV contest. 31-22 your score after the 3. Hits it to Crow, top of the key. He's going to find a lane, wide open, can't get it. Just enough defense there. They're going to struggle to pick up the rebound. Katz on the drive, loses it. Last touched by, there we go. They'll flip that decision around. As that's last touched by Robinson. There we go, out of bounds. .624 left to go. As they work it across. A little bit of a high pass. Has a cut, decides to come back up. Norton into Katz. Brown to Elby, swings it around. They're getting motion, open lanes up top. Nothing inside yet. Brown with it now, 5:56. A little bit too lazy of a pass, and that's putting up and blocked off the side. Oh, they'll call the foul. Your microphone is up.
We're having fun here tonight, Kenny.
So referee's going to talk a little bit. It will be 2 shots upcoming, but, man, I thought that was a great play.
It was, and Elby, I think he got him with the body going up just a little bit. The official was right there, and he caught him, and just too bad because it would have been a great block. It would have been a great highlight reel play.
Up into the game. First shot missed by Isaiah Ince. And not to take away from Ince at all, that great pass. When you see multiple passes around the same area and they're working the same offense, you can kind of lay a little bit low and then intercept it like that. As they take the timeout here, 32-22. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 32-22, your score. 5:45 left to go in this JV contest. Have the varsity one right after, as always. Trying to find something. He kind of caught in the corner, has 3 defensemen on him. Somebody has to come help. And it's going to be tipped out of bounds. It will stay. Katz is trying to come down on the far side, but if you see 3 defenders on your teammate, you've got to run, change, do something.
Yep.
Down low, puts it up, can't get it, but 2 shots upcoming. That time for Delaney. That'll be on Martinez, his 4th, team first.
Delaney really zoned in on Martinez there to see that he wasn't set, that he was going to be able to draw that contact to send him to the line.
Misses the first as they'll switch Martinez out with Josh Duante. Second shot upcoming. And that one falls. So both teams having a few struggles at the line so far. 5:20 to go, 32-23. Josh on the roll inside, puts it up and in. Duante gets his first points of the day on a really nice roll inside.
It was a beautiful roll. Got the bench fired up and even got you fired up, Kenny.
It'll be tipped out, but it will stay with the Bombers. You know, over the 3 games that we've announced so far, I'd probably say this is the best one.
It is.
And even those 2 weren't that bad. I mean, it's hard to say an almost 50-point blowout wasn't that bad, but it really wasn't. South Fulton, you know, couldn't get the ball up inside earlier today, but their varsity team did show a lot of promise, especially being young.
And honestly, there's not a whole lot of difference between this JV game and the girls JV game, really. I mean, tight and in-your-face smash-mouth defense, pretty similar.
4:19 to go. 36-25 as they, and he's going to get pushed from behind. That is Arjan. He'll be his 3rd, team 2nd. And now Kewanee's getting to some foul trouble. 4 for Jesus Martinez, 3 for Arjan, and 3 for Chris Crow. So have to check on that later down the line. Only 2 team fouls so far this quarter, though. Katz with the ball. Step up 3. Oh, just off the back iron. Last touched by Norton. And it will be Kewanee ball. So Macomb rolling with the press now. A little bit of lax pressure there just to show, hey, we mean business. Now just under 4 minutes. Cats running the defense. Be Josh, the battle of the ones. Right back on the lane, puts it up for 2, misses. Arjan, he's going to get fouled. I think they'll charge it to Brown. We'll see. No. That'll be charged to, Nick Ildy. That is his 4th. Team 2nd, so he's got some foul trouble. Looking at fouls for Macomb, 2 for Caden Nupp and 1 for Delaney. Arjan will get 2 shots. Perfect placement on that backboard.
It was. And, yep, the banks are open here late on Saturday here in Macomb at the hangar.
Second shot for him. He nails both. So now 38-25 with 3:42 left to go. I'm telling you, it's the 24 and the 42 that mix me up. It's
I get it. It happened to me earlier.
Shot for two. That fall. Oh, shoot. It does not fall. It looked so good. I didn't even wait for it to go
You're right.
through.
It did look good.
That'll be on the ground and a foul from behind. That's charged to Ilby, and he will foul out with 9 points. That'll be the end of his day. Coming in to replace will be Marshawn Delaney. .323 left to go, 38-25. Tip up, it's going to be rebounded. That time, shot for three. Slover hits his second Sports Corner 3 of the game. Now 3 minutes to go, 41-25. Brown with it. As we got multiple sets of substitutions coming in. It'll be Norton for two. Kyler gets his sixth. 41-27. It's Josh with it. He's going to back down, pull it around. Can't get it. 2:30 left to go. They'll get their passes down across. Josh playing a lot of defense. That's going to be tipped out, but that's going to be a push. It'll be Josh with the foul. Duante's second, team third. And Macomb getting some substitutions, still talking, so I can't quite see who's going in and who's staying out. Delaney will stay. William Thomas into the game. Caden Up still in. Cohen Hunt to me back into the game. And then number 2, Mark Simmons. That's your 5 out for Macomb. 2:17 left to go. That's going to be a 3 for Brown. Misses. 2:10 left. Kewanee brings it across half court. Down low, he's going to put it up for 2 and falls. Davon Robinson. .151 left. Rolls inside, open lane, puts it in. Marshawn able to get 2.
Nice read by Marshawn. That court awareness to see that opening, and he found it. Did a very good job. Easy money, too.
Timeout taken by Kewanee, so we'll take a break.
It's hard to stop a train. It's hard to stop a train.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 43-29 your score. They'll take it out. Boilermakers on the side. Devin Perry into the game for Macomb. They'll roll down, puts it up for 2. That's Slover on the shot. 110. Down low, William kicks it back out to Brown. Brown with the fake. Left side, puts it up for 2, misses. That'll be rebounded that time by Arjan. Trying to beat down, decides to go back out. 3, falls for it.
Long 3.
He's had a few attempts at a sports corner 3. Gets that one to fall. Now 48-29, 30 seconds left. Brown gets a screen. Pulling back, right side. Ball in, tipped around, and it'll be a last touch by Macomb. Substitutions for both teams, as it'll be Alexander Simmons into the game for Macomb. And our roster does not have a number 44. It's great how that always kind of seems to happen. .16 seconds left, gets it down low. He's going to beat down, looking on the fadeaway. Can't get it, rebounded and put back in by Robinson. So 50-29 will be your score. At the end of this one, JV will not be able to win as the Boilermakers take it. Pretty much, defense ruled the beginning of the game, and then just some big threes especially landed for the Boilermakers when Macomb couldn't get them to fall.
Exactly, and there at the end, the Boilermakers really took advantage and ran with it and ended up getting a 21-point victory over the Bombers. But still a fun JV game to call and to witness, really.
So we'll see you here in 15 minutes for the varsity matchup between these two teams. Thank you for watching on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.